A old woman lived in a old rundown cottage. Once in a while, she would visit the woods nearby to collect herbs, roots, and flowers for herself. Once she was out in the woods and there was something strange she saw. And when she went to pick it up, it was a hairy toe, a dirty, ugly looking hairy toe. She put it in her basket along with other herbs and flowers. She thought of all the voodoo and witchcraft she had heard of. So she thought that if I hang the toe on the wall beside my bed, all the bad dreams that were plaguing her would go away. She would be able to have a good night's sleep. As she wobbled back home, she washed the herbs for her herbal tea. She washed the roots that she would use for cooking. And then she washed the dirty, hairy toe and left it to dry. Later that night, she tied the toe and took it to her bedroom. She hung it on the wall just beside her bed. And then she went to her bed to sleep. That night, she slept very well. And just around midnight, a cool breeze was blowing. And that's when some noise woke her up. It was maybe the winds. Somehow she was hearing, Harito, Harito, give back my Harito. She curled up on her bed, holding her blanket tight, and the voice seemed to be coming nearer and nearer and nearer, and she could hear it just outside her cottage door. Toe, my hairy toe. I want my hairy toe. The voice was now near her steps. It was climbing up. She could hear it. She could hear it coming closer and closer and closer. And it was just outside her bedroom door. She was so scared. She covered herself with the blanket. So sorry. She covered herself with the blanket and her door, bang, it opened. And someone was walking inside. She could feel it was huge. And she heard the whisper near her blanket. Harito, Harito, where's my Harito? The woman started to cry and she shot her arm out of her blanket and pointed it to the wall. Whatever it was, she heard something being pulled from the wall and something walking away from her bed, and it was going down. The sound was going further and further up. But she did not remove her blanket from her face. She just stayed still till she could only hear the wind blowing. She had to call the carpenter to repair her doors. They wanted to know why was her house so muddy, but she didn't say anything. Who would believe a old woman like her? After a few days, again she was out in the woods. She was a brave old woman. And this time, as she was looking for roots, flowers, and herbs, she found another strange thing. What could that be? When she picked it up, it was a hairy finger. What do you think she would do now? Would she put it in her basket or throw it out? That's for you to decide how the story goes. For me, I'm too scared. Bye bye. Bye bye to Harito. I don't want to see you.